My name is David, and I've been selling residential remodeling projects, service businesses, for a while now, right? We're talking about a sophomore in high school. I was mowing people's lawn, saying, hey, can I mow your lawn for you? You know, that was pretty easy to sell. A lot of people willing to help out a young kid. It's not even out of high school. Flash forward, I'm in college. This is not what I want to do at all. I'm done. Let's get out of here. What do I want to do? I have no clue. I guess I'm going to work for $15 an hour. Scratch that. I got a great opportunity to go and start selling for a company out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Had no business being a salesman for them, but I was lucky enough to get an opportunity, went in there and learned the sales system that was about conversations, having conversations with people. Now, that was great for all the salesmen there. My problem, I look like I was 16 still, right? I'm 19 years old trying to convince people, hey, I'm the person to go with for your $40, $60, $80,000 house remodel. Trust me. That's hard to do. That's hard to gain, especially when you look that young. So I developed a system of hardcore trust. I developed a system that allowed me to interact with this customer, prove to them how professional I was, my knowledge base, gain trust in me as being the person that's going to get them and guide them through this whole process, through this whole project, be with them step by step. And now I own multiple service businesses. I own a niche service business where we consistently are doing six-figure projects, collecting six-figure checks at the end of the projects. And I want to show you exactly how to do that as well. But it all started for me in the sales. It's all about sales, selling yourself to everyone, selling yourself to who you're going to have help you with marketing, selling yourself to deals that you want to put together, and selling yourself and your company's services to the customers that you're going to provide the install for, all right? So that's what this is all about. It's about, here's how to become a great salesman, and I don't need you to remember a bunch of objections. I don't need you to remember how to respond to certain things that they say. If they say this, you say that. Yeah, we all get that. You can learn that from anybody on the internet. There's all kinds of them. What I'm going to show you is an actual system, almost like a philosophy that we're going through as we're talking to our customer so that we hit certain key things, so that we figure out what their budget is, so we're not just randomly generating a price for them, so that we figure out what their real needs are, what their wants are, and how can we make sure that we're the company that they choose to fulfill that, okay? So we're gonna go first up into our opening, all right? So I don't have a bunch of fancy names for all this. It's just, let's just go with opening, right? Opening, all right? Opening. Our warm opening is we want to prove to these customers that we are here to have a conversation. So instead of saying, hey, I'm David with HVAC company X, I'm here to look at your HVAC system. Could you take me there, please? Nice to meet you. That's awesome. That's great. You can do that. You can be a good salesman doing that. Here's what I want you to do, though, instead. Instead of it being, hey, I'm the salesman for this sales company to come sell you this thing, I want you to, when you're driving, the last mile is when you start to look for things, okay? So you're gonna look for places, right? So we're looking at restaurants, we're looking at gyms, we're looking at large houses, we're looking at unique features, we're looking at parks, we're looking at other things that are around the area so that when we get there, if they don't have anything inside closer to their home's radius to open up with, we're gonna open up with, hey, that Italian restaurant down the road there, you guys go there? Oh yeah, we go there. What's your favorite dish? My wife, my girlfriend, I got a date, been looking for a good place. Would that be a good place to go to? Oh yeah, we love this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. That's better than saying I'm X with X to sell you X, all right? So places, we're looking at places. When we get into the actual neighborhood, again, we're looking at places. We're looking at unique homes, unique things, cars, things of that nature. If we can talk about a neighbor down the street, a certain tree that looks different, something really great about their lawn or yard, that's awesome, right? That's another great part to start your conversation with, okay? So we're looking then at the neighborhood. Gosh, that's really bad. You probably have no clue what I'm saying there. Okay, so then we're at the neighborhood. If you find something in the neighborhood that you can relate to, I always say the closer to their home that you can talk about something, the better, all right? So then we're pulling into their driveway, right? And this is where if you can get the driveway stuff, that's the best. So at their driveway, at their driveway, we are looking for a few things. Unique features about their home. All right, if they have a weird garden gnome, if they have awesome landscaping that sticks out from other people, if they have a certain type of driveway, like maybe it's brick or whatever, we're looking for something unique. All right, back of their cars, are there stickers? Are there teams that they like? Is there families that they like? Do they have a funny slogan? You know, start to get a gist for that. The best thing that you can do though is see if they have had previous work done recently, because that allows us to get some really great information. So the number one thing that we could start a conversation with is, in my opinion, warm clothes again, not about the sell. So, hey, that's a nice garden gnome. I also noticed that it looks like your deck just got done or restained or whatever. Is that new? Right? So has there been work recently? I don't know how to spell recently. Recently, all right? Has there been work recently done? I am always hunting for the work recently done on the exterior is because I can ask them about who did the work. What did they like? What did they not like? And it gives me a price point, right? Oh, one of our friends down the road did it for us. Okay, they might be a little cheap. Oh, we used ABC Landscaping to do that. Okay, well, I know that they're a large company. They normally have a margin of 45 to 60%. That's great. I'm trying to gather knowledge so that I can figure out where their budget is at, right? Again, we're not talking about let me sell you something right off the bat. We're talking about something unique to them. People love talking about them. Please talk about them, okay? This isn't about you, it's about them, all right? And you want to gain trust and you want to prove to them that you're here to have a conversation with them. You are here to provide them the best thing that you can, and you actually are a regular person. You're not a robotic salesperson. You're somebody that's there to talk to them, have a conversation. So start off having a conversation, okay? Now, once you're done with your opening, again, let's just recap. A mile out from their house, you're gonna look for restaurants and other things because you might have to backdate all the way to a mile out and use that as your warm opening. Then we're looking at things in the neighborhood. Then we're looking at things around and inside and at the house, okay? Now, after the warm opening, it's going to naturally transition into, okay, let me see the project space. Let me show you the project space. Here, follow me, it's downstairs, right? So then we always offer to take our shoes off, right? We are being considerate, okay? You wanna be considerate to these people. You're gonna be possibly in their house. They want you to take care of their house. Most of the time, they'll tell you to keep your shoes on, but it's just a really great way to just show consideration for their home, all right? So after the warm opening, then we go look at the project. At the project site, okay? When we are at the project site, we are going to start building on the project, all right? So we're gonna go to the project site, okay? Location in their house, and we are going to first ask them, what do they want this space to be? What are they envisioning? What would they like for this place to feel like when they walk in, right? It's more than just what color would you like? It's what is the entire ambiance of this? What do you want this space to be for you and your family? Please tell me a little bit about that, and then I'll have some questions for you after that, Mr. Smith. Yeah, well, we're looking to do boom, 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 boom. Okay, once they get through what they're looking for, that gives you, one, a level of how much do they know about their project that they already want to get done, as well as some semblance of price point for you because you can see how much work they actually want to be completed, right? Once they do that, you always want to add to what they're saying, okay? So let's say that we're in a bathroom and we're looking at their bathroom and they said, well, I want this to be clean and modern. I want a new vanity. I want a new shower. I want new flooring. I want this, that, and the other. Okay, great. I always want to add because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add to their mind's price point that they already have in their head. So a good way would be, oh, great, yeah. And while we're replacing this, when we break this open, we'll have to look at this subfloor. Maybe we have to replace it, maybe we don't. That's a big question mark for us. But one thing that we could do is we could add heated flooring here. Would that be considered? Oh, I think that would be so great to have heated flooring. That's okay, awesome. If we're going to do that, would you also want a heated towel rack? Normally, since we're running the electric, we can just go ahead, run that through the wall, boom, boom. Oh, yeah, we would. Okay, great. Now when we're talking about your shower, or do you want to stay with the single head that you have right now, or would you like to have a single head and maybe a wand and so, right? Oh yeah, but man, that might be starting to add up. I don't know, just depends, right? You want them to start pushing back on the things that you're adding because they are feeling pressure on the price point, okay? And then we're gonna do a little relief valve, right? We're gonna be like, oh, hey, we don't have to do anything. We try to build to your budget. That's why I'm asking you what you want so that I can build to what you want. I don't wanna waste my time giving you a price point that really it doesn't work for you. So, I mean, if you're feeling like, hey, maybe all these things adding up are just gonna blow out your budget, what is your budget? Boom, you caught them, right? That's the next phase. After we ask them and we build on what they say, then we are going to hunt for a budget, okay? And hunting for a budget is vitally important, all right? Because I don't want you to give them a number of a price until they have given you a number, all right? And how that generally is going to work is if you build on what they're saying, what they're talking about, their prices, what they want to do, then they push back, then you ask for their budget as the relief valve. A lot of times they're gonna say, we don't have a budget. They're lying. They have a number in their head. Believe me, they have a number in their head. Now, there's two numbers that I want to try to extract from them. One is if they've gotten a previous contractor to give them a number, I want that number. Two, I want the number that's inside of their head already. Oftentimes, I will get that out of them just by that simple phrase right there. Oh, what is your budget? Oh, we were thinking like this, that. Okay, but normally they're going to not want to give you that budget. So what you're going to do is you're going to continue to just talk and add. You're going to say, okay, well, look, first off, I want to set the premise for our company. I want to talk about the quality of work we do so that you know with our price point, we're obviously charging the most for everything we do, but we're trying to be the best. So when we come in here and we do your shower, you're not just going to say, yeah, we do high quality work. You're going to go in and you're going to show the high quality work that you do. Okay, in your shower, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to take all of this off, and we're going to first check all of the studs because a lot of times there can be water coming through. Right? Then we're going to put on tile board, and we're going to waterproof that tile board as well to the manufacturer's specs. Even though that takes a lot of time, and there's other companies that don't do it and they can undercut us, we still decide to do that every single time. We're going to waterproof that. Then we're going to make sure that we get the proper thin set for whatever size tile we get. A lot of people would just use the cheapest thin set. We'd go to the manufacturer's recommendations on all processes throughout this project, okay? That's showing quality. That's showing quality, not just saying we do quality work. That's showing quality to the customer, okay? At the end of that, you can say, and because of that, that's why we try to build to people's budgets, So if you did have a price point, it would be better for me so I could just really give you as much of the things that you've talked about you want. I want to fit as much of that into this as you can while maintaining our quality install. And a lot of times they will give you their budget at that point. If they still won't give you a budget on that, then what you have to say is you have to go, okay, well, throughout this conversation we've been talking about, the stuff that you've mentioned, the stuff that I've mentioned, and also stuff that other customers throughout the past have maybe downsized or whatever, I think that your budget could fall in a range of $17,000 to $33,000, depending on material selections and exactly what we do. Where would you be landing on that? And then they give you that number. Okay, so we're trying to acquire a number from them throughout the whole process of this. This is the most important thing. Once you receive that number, build your bid to that number. Again, do as much of what you can for them as possible. Don't do everything for them if it's going to make you lose money, guys. Like, we're not here to lose money. We're here to provide the quality to the customer. And if you prove quality throughout talking about how you actually are quality, you have a great conversation with them so they trust you. You use industry terms so that you come across as a professional. You're going to be able to close these people, especially if you give them a price for a project that they already said they have a budget for, okay? And that's what we're gonna do in sales. We are gonna hunt for their budget so we don't have to close them. We don't have to overcome some sort of financial objection. They gave us the budget, right? Now, it's better if they give it to you without you having to give a range, because in that range, they generally fall on the lower side of that range. So I save that for the last. Do not give them the range until you've really searched out and prodded it and tried to receive that budget from them beforehand from a previous contractor or whatever's in their head, okay? And that's sales system. It's very simple. It's all about maneuvering yourself in that way, proving quality, proving professionalism, proving trust, and then getting the budget. So that's what we do, man.